Awake. Are we awake? Yeah! Welcome to the stage, Jodie Whittaker.
That's a lot of gadget.
So, how are you? I mean, we last did this about 12 months ago. How old are you today? We last did this about 12 months ago, didn't we? You were a bit bigger then.
You can only say that at certain occasions.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, I was a little bit bigger then. But, and I think also this is the first time I've spoken where I have no secrets. I can't spoil anything because you've seen it. I really haven't. Sorry. I'm going to spoil it.
So, yeah, the pressure's off now.
The pressure is off, and now I can just be a hooligan and just watch it like everyone else.
So how did that feel? I mean, obviously you had to keep a secret for a lot more than 12 months, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Script to film to...
We wrapped on about the 15th of October, and I'd seen the episode, I think, we do like audio commentary, so, for like behind the scenes things where basically me and Mandy talked, and then went, oh wait, we need to watch it, and we just kept talking. I'd seen it the night before, but Mandy was like, oh my god. I know, we're really good in this bit, babe. We're really good in this bit. And then we spent the entire time going, Sasha is amazing. What an Anastasia! And so yeah, it was amazing and really emotional because it's been a year of saying goodbye, literally and physically, and saying bye to the crew and to the family of it, and then a year later, it's definitely over. And I'm so sad.
So, are you kind of in limbo a little bit for that year? Because you're not doing Doctor Who press as such.
No, you do lots of specials and stuff. So we have 2 episodes. Well, no, you've got the entire season coming out there. So you've got the season. So you're a part of the family, and that's what's so wonderful about it, is that you just, it's like I don't feel like there's been a moment where I haven't been talking about it. That's probably because I just talk about myself all the time anyway. There's always been something, and I think this is kind of probably the first moment that I'll notice I'm not getting asked anymore. So yeah, but I'm so proud of the episode. I'm really proud of what everybody achieved for the regen, and I didn't get to see, so they don't show anyone the regen. So I saw up until the end of my bit, and then nobody gets sent that. Not even in a circle. I knew what was happening, but I wasn't allowed to see it. And so then I watched it like you guys watched it when it came out.
So you knew it was going to be David?
I did know, but I was very good at keeping secrets.
You not tell anybody, any
No,
story, anything?
Also, nobody wants it. You don't want to know. Who wants to know? Who wants to have something like that ruined? I mean, I love speculation. I love being a part of the fan chat. But you don't really want someone to spoil it. No. So, yeah, no spoiling.
So, what are you up to next then?
Do you know what? I'm dragging on my maternity leave.
Another few months of this, and actually, then you kind of, right, you're not the Doctor anymore, someone else. I'm sure you guys have got loads of questions for Jodie, and she can answer anything, pretty much. Really easy, obviously. Where's Roman Mike? Okay, so we'll start there.
Hey, so first off, I just want to say your performances in Adult Life Skills, Journeyman, and Doctor Who are just incredible. I love them so much. I do want to ask, how do you deal with having confidence as an actor, and do you have any advice for people looking to pursue that as a career?
Well, okay, so first of all, I'd say all your insecurities, all your moments of feeling like a hero and then like a failure, you know, disappears, none of that noise in your head. But the thing that you realise, which is so important and really important going into acting, is that it's the least lonely journey because it's not all down to you. You have your role to play, you've got your responsibilities. Don't not learn your lines. Don't, take the situation for granted. Certainly don't be rude to people. But as much as you want to dine out on it and take credit, there is 1,000 more important people that have created the magic and made you look ace. So you can, as much as you can go, well, that was me. You can also say, well, that's also because of the team. And I think it's just about playing your part, committing to it 100%, always working hard, but then realising it's a team effort. And I'd say my advice is it's a marathon, not a sprint. As obvious as that sounds, there'll be as many people in your life who have maybe come to their careers or come to moments that was important to them, and it's not been at 15 or 19. It can been at 60, and you just have to realise that not everything is for now. It's for pursuing and getting your head down and working hard and not being in a panic so you don't realise the moment you're in when you're in them. Sorry, what a waffle. Try really lots of seconds.
Next question? Yeah, Dalek's got a question for you. Not a word. Literally not a word.
Can we be friends? And can I have a hug?
I'll think about it.
Never trusted Dalek. Next question.
Hi.
What was your favourite episode of film? Specific?
The whole thing, my favourite episode. My favourite episode was genuinely my first episode as the Doctor, because I felt as if everything I dreamed it would be became a reality. I got to regenerate, I also got to find who I wanted to be as the Doctor throughout the episode. It wasn't this instant thing where this is who I am, this is the look, this is the energy, these are my friends. It was a really beautiful progression throughout such an adventurous and exciting first step that I felt that when we got to the end of it together, it felt it was like the most method I've ever been. I felt like we all got to that moment of, disappearing and entering into Ghost Monument, that it was such a special time. I felt like I really found things in that air that have guided me throughout, and I got to meet my fan, who I adore.
Okay. Where is she?
Hello, I hope you're enjoying your maternity leave, and you've been amazing over these last few years as a Doctor, and definitely reinvigorated my love it. But I was thinking, as a potential for your future, what you would like to do. I was thinking, you did a little DJ set for BBC Sounds, which was awesome. I love it. I love listening to it. I thought maybe that could be something for the future. And I thought I've come up with your own DJ name. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
DJ Shathouse.
It's getting interesting crowd though, with the previews. I know what kind of night we're going to. We have to be careful with the billing. I've never kept it a secret. I'm a massive music fan. Cross-genre music. There isn't a genre I don't like and love. And I'm, not educated enough to know what of them. But yeah, anything to do with music, I would jump on that. So anyone wants to give me a DJ slot in their local club, I'm there.
It's a good idea. I'm rolling there, so we have a lot of
Even my agent.
Yeah. Next question? Yeah, we're back.
Who's
favourite enemy?
Say again for us. Just...
Who's your favourite enemy?
The master. I loved so much of my time as a doctor, but one of the most special things has been working opposite Sasha, because he's incredible, but also our storyline, our arcs, the scenes, phenomenal. And what I also loved is, a lot of the time, Sasha's character talked more than me in those scenes, and they would be more earlier, so I would stand there and watch Sasha just smash a monologue in a second. I'm like, that had taken me 4 hours. And everyone's really, but they weren't my lines. Everyone's really. But I had so much fun. It was such a dance the entire time. I loved it. So yeah, he's my fave.
So I'm trying to ask you to ask you this question. If the TARDIS wasn't a police box, what would you have it as?
DJ Booth.
Okay, next question. Yeah, we're right back.
Hi, did you envision the love story between the Doctor and Yaz having such a huge impact? How did you feel about that story, and how did you feel about its ending?
I feel really, and we had no idea. That's like everything to do with the show. You have no idea what the response will be. And I think for us, there's such, me and Manny just feel really excited to be a part of something that's had such an impact. And all of our fan interactions, if that particular storyline is come up, it's been incredibly moving for us. And also, it does represent a genuine love and that we had, so that in itself, playing those two characters, it was so easy being opposite Mandy. It was a beautiful thing, and I think it made the whole, particularly in the Regen episode, it made the ending even more emotionally in real life for me, because it was a goodbye to her character as well, which has been beautiful and has been so important to the Doctor.
Almost kind of forcing her right again, isn't it? Like, almost forcing her right again, saying, I need to do this on my own.
Yeah, it's like, I suppose in a weird way, it's like pulling the band-aid, isn't it? But yeah, there's a lot of tears that day, all over you now.
Next one. Where are we? Who's got the microphone? Oh, behind the colour.
If you could play any character that wasn't the Doctor, who would you play?
Oh, great question. I think, do you know what? Because it would really, I'm nervous, I kind of do it. I'm going to say just for a whole lip, I'd love to be a weeping angel. You don't speak, not any nice to them, but the stillness and discipline that requires, and being on set with the amazing actors that do that, and we just be chatting away in between and not realising that one of them was really like, scratch their faces and things, like, I didn't realise you weren't snatching. And I think I'd like to do that, and then just really probably move forward every time school.
Next one.
Hi, I just want to say that the Doctor is such an iconic character and you were brilliant with it. What was one of the most difficult parts playing it, whether it be emotionally or physically?
So I don't know what the other guys say, but for me it was contained in the dialogue. And particularly because a lot of the Doctor's role is to make it accessible and to say what's going on, but within the language that the Doctor would use. So a lot of that would be very unfamiliar terms to me. And then married with that, you are then plugging in about 8 things and jumping up and down. And I think that's the thing, not only do you need to be on it, but you physically are doing something that feels polar opposite than what you're saying. And it's amazing, it's like the most incredible brain training you can ever do, but that was the hardest thing. So if that's the hardest thing I had to do, what a lucky person I was, because what a joy that job is, if that's your one downside. It's not even a downside, it's my actual job. It's just little lines and do props. It's quite tricky.
Jodie and John Smith. I was just wondering what your doctor's undercover name would be when they have to use a human name, a human identity.
Okay, so my last name would be Brown, because I got Brown in Back to the Future. So I might go straight. I might go E.T. Brown. covers a lot of my faves there. Then everyone can decide what E.T. stands for then. Running around there.
Apart from the stories that escape,
Yeah.
was there any stories that you wanted your doctor to tackle?
That we didn't explore.
Was there any stories that you wanted your doctor for the part of the future to have?
Yeah. Do you know what?
Control.
I think the thing, I get asked a lot, like, if you as the doctor could go somewhere, where would you go? And you're going to have to forgive me because you'll all have better opinion than me. But I would love for my doctor to go to Neptune. And so I'm sorry if you're going to go, that happened, and you should know that. But in my head, that is, if anyone said, where could you go? I would love to go and just get some perspective. And to just see where we are in our solar system and take it all in. And I would have loved something that explored that. Has been an episode 7. Okay.
Next one.
I loved your cover of Coldplay, Yellow. What can you tell us about the experience of that song?
Right, what can you tell us about the experience of that song and what?
What can you tell us about the experience of recording and making that song?
It's, classic me, crying a lot. I think that's all I do. So Sean Dooley was in Ghost Monument, and he said on set, oh, was it on that? Yeah, it was on Ghost Monument, and he said, I've got this idea, and I'm going to take it to the BBC for Children in Need. What do you think? And I was like, what do I think? I'll sing Yellow, and you can get world champion from Coldplay to come with me, and we'll record it at the Ace. And I was so excited about it. And so then when he actually said, it's happening, I was like, oh my God. You know that thing where you really like, I think I've oversold myself here. And so then he said, oh, but I don't think we'll be getting any of the bands or anything like that involved. It'll just be, various people singing. Okay, I can do that. So then when you're at the recording studio and rehearsing, and Johnny Brooklyn, world champion, walked in, and I was singing play cool. But I have to say, for anyone who's a fan of a song, if you sing a song and then the actual guitar, drum, kicks in that, when you're singing it, it's the ultimate karaoke moment in your life, and it is amazing. And then to get to know that was meant something very personal to me, but also then it being for children in need, I mean, win, 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 win. It's amazing. It's not the wonderful ways.
So like you say, you played it really cool with them.
I play cool with everyone I meet. Don't even tell that about me.
Do you get starstruck?
Yeah.
Who do you get most starstruck about?
No starstruck. I mean, it's not a starstruck. It's like if you see somebody out of context, that's what happens to me, and I get over. I mean, probably. Well, there's been loads of people that I have lost it. There's a singer called White Buffalo. I was not cool when I met him. It's just I just think, why pretend to be someone I'm not? I'm emotional and I find things overwhelming. That's the response you're going to get.
So, next one. Where are we now?
Hi, over here. Oh, sorry. I was wondering, because obviously you played a lot of different characters throughout the years. I was wondering if, when you play a character and then you're done, if any of the characteristics, any of their traits kind of stick with you. Like, as in...
Outside of from other jobs other than the doctor?
Yeah, outside, like generally when you're acting. And then...
I think, sometimes you Yeah. I would say, for me personally, my truth is what's there. I'm not necessarily massively, I'm not somebody who'd say, oh, that person's completely unrecognisable in that role. I would say there's always a lot of me because it's how I always attach to something. Even if I don't, you play characters that morally or, behaviourally you don't associate yourself with. You've got to find your way that is a way to humanise them outside of the Doctor. But I would say there's very often things that feed off into life, and I'd say one of them is emotion for me. So with something like Broadchurch, I would say I was quite, it stays with you, that heaviness stays with you a long time. You don't realise it because you're in it. And of course you like with your family and friends and you have a good time, but when it's 5 months of quite a dark storyline, and say there's like a bit of lead that sits in, as it should do, because you should be committed to it. But it is fascinating once you realise you're out of it and you go, oh my God, I didn't realise. But with the Doctor's taken 15 years off me. That's the last 4 years. I just feel like, oh my God, that's energized! And it's just all day, I'm like, And then it's been amazing. I found myself really, reinvigorated. So yeah, hope that answers your question.
Next one.
We all know that the Doctor now has kept a Christmas wish list, and I wanted to know what was on your Christmas wish list.
Me or the Doctor?
Any you like.
Yeah, my Christmas wish list would be that if it all stays as is, can be with the people we want to be with. Because it's been a turbulent last few Christmases, hasn't it? And there's been a lot of, seeing people on screens when really what you wanted to do was just give them a cuddle and be in their company. So that, I think it's a reminder that of not to take that for granted. So, and I'd say that's probably quite similar to the Doctor's.
Next one.
And going, I have not been on a set with this many girls and women before in my life. This is a joy. And what a laugh it was. It was really good fun. And I made some really good mates on it. And it was, hilarious. But I remember the second one, I got a note in security that I was like, I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? I got told that I was big, rein it in. I was like, trees too! Are you kidding me? How can I do me? And then I was like, I'll rein it in a bit. I reined it in. Like that. I wasn't
So what was more fun, Centurions or Attack the Block?
Attack the Block. These are awful. They're totally different jobs. Attack the Block. What a film, what a project to be part of. I wanted that part so bad, I fought for that part. It wasn't necessarily the most obvious choice for it in any way, and I made it very clear to Joe that I wanted it, and I auditioned so many times, and I cannot tell you what it was like getting the call to get that. And it lived up to everything I wanted it to be. I'm a massive 80s creature feature cinema fan, and that was my Comic Con. That was being on set and having things homage that you like, and then being around really phenomenal young actors who have gone on to do a few things people what a time. It was amazing.
Okay, next question for you guys.
I want to say, first of all, you mean so much to so many people in this room. Not only are you the first female your biggest takeaway from that?
It'll get old kind of be saying this, because I'll be still saying this at the time, but not only do you enter the Hoovian family, which is, you guys and the cast that have been before, but what you do is you walk into a set with the most joyous energy and the most incredible crew I've ever worked with. And they made me laugh, we supported each other, everybody knew, just could tell what kind of day everyone was having. It was the most perfect environment to work, and I loved every second of it. And on top of that, there was then the cast. So Andy Pryor would cast just these phenomenal people, and every day you just sat there going, I can't believe that, or meeting people whose work I wasn't familiar with, because maybe it was one of their first jobs, and you're just like, God, what a diamond. But then at the other end of that is meeting Mandy. She's one of my favourite people in the whole world, and I find it incredibly frustrating to not see her every day. And she knows it, because she has to hear from me every day. But I do find that it's weird. It's like it's been such a big part of our lives, and you move to another place and you chat non-stop, and then it ends. Thank God for WhatsApp.
Next one.
Hi, before I ask, I'm just going to quickly say thank you, because you and your character meant so much to me.
Oh, thank you.
And I was just going to ask, obviously after David, shooting out was the next Doctor, so what would your number one piece of advice be for him?
He doesn't need my advice. It was amazing. He can give me some. Do you know what? The thing that I really remember David saying this to me beforehand was just that it'll go so quick and you're going to have the time of your life. And I think that is the shocking thing. You're like, well, it won't go quick with it, because you'll be shooting all the time and you'll be in this. It goes like that. And suddenly, the best moment in your career and the best, most exciting thing you've done and the thing you love the most, you're like, oh my gosh, we've wrapped. And that blows your mind. And I think it's just, he doesn't need my advice, but I suppose it's just that thing of, the one thing I'd say to anyone in this room that we should, because of what we've all come out of, is try and be in the moment. And it's so hard, isn't it? Because there's noise and there's beeps and there's distraction, but if you're enjoying something, kind of knowing that you're enjoying it, rather than trying to video the enjoyment of it or first draft the enjoyment, it's more like just being it and knowing. I think that's the thing, and I'm so glad that I've got very clear memories that will stay with me forever.
Time for one more question.
Hi, Jodie.
What's up?
I just wanted to say thank you, and we all love you for what you have done for us. And I just wanted to ask, if you and Matt could do one more project together in the future, what would it be? A film or a TV show?
Right, well, she needs to do an hour comedy because she is absolutely hilarious. I have less good timing, so I might need to be like some serious role in the background that just plays it straight. But she is so funny. So if anyone needs to, they need to write her a comedy, and I'll pop up in the background just go being in the drive. A bit wooden, it's not very good at it. But that's what I'd love to do. But I suppose, in a way, I just hope our paths cross professionally as well, forever, because as actors you never get to the end of wanting to do something. Like me and Sasha worked together before, and that wasn't the first time we'd worked together, and so you just think, oh, that's the joy, that you can pop up in things and have this professional relationship that can last such a long time, even if this moment's over. So there's a guy called Matthew McNulty, who's in, what's it called? Praxis. Yeah? So he was in that. I played his sister 40 times, I think. Yeah. I know. It's nice to see you not playing your sister. sister. So, you know, it happens all the time. And like Stephen Fry, some trillions. I was a bit like, don't know if you remember me. He was like, no, I do. Kind of one of them scenes. But yeah, it just happens all the time, so you just never know when it's going to happen. But Ella telling you a joke, she's hilarious.
So obviously you never ever leave the role of the Doctor behind, it's always a part of you now. 15 years from now, 75th anniversary, phone goes, would you do it again?
I'd be annoyed if it took them that long.
You never have to do so it's, you would go that long. Well, we have unfortunately run out of time, so we'll just sit here all afternoon, but you'll be pulled all over the place anyway. So, show your appreciation once more. Jodie,